guys, Rick Shaw here on the 28th of August 2023. August is almost over. Did a little bit of cleaning. The boy was at school all day, so I got the bedclothes and all the clothes in the house vacuumed. One thing I don't understand about this place is this is gray carpet and the stuff that gets picked up in the vacuum cleaner's pink. That's weird. But we got some fried chicken started. Maddie likes the fat French fries, so I got them, and I'll have some corn up there pretty quick. But just want to tell you, this might be stuff a lot of guys who are here know about, but there's some cool stuff here. Like if the front doorbell rings, if somebody comes in and punches in my address, it rings on the phone. It goes right to the phone, and you can buzz them in, you can talk to them, you can do whatever you want. It just pops up on the screen, and you hit talk, you know, who is it, and they can talk back to you. So that's cool. But the one I really like is the washing machine. Yeah, these washing machines up there, it's $2 for a wash, $2 for a dry. That's just what it is. They're good sized machines. They're like 5-liter machines, so it's not a baby, that's for sure. And you can hit like hot. You have to use the extra hot for the dryer, and it's no extra charge or anything like that. But what happens is I got the app on my phone, and you just pay. Now my phone was out for a day or two, but I was able to come down here with the Wi-Fi and hit pay, and then run upstairs and hit the go button. And the cool thing about it is I don't have to run and check if the washer is free or not. It shows it right here. It shows our washing machine. I just had to scan the code for each one, and it tells me if it's open or not. Now we do got a lot of people that, you know, like you go up to the dryer and they'll put their clothes in, and it notifies them too, and it might be 2 hours. And I'm not taking anybody's clothes out of a washer or a dryer. You know, there's not enough room to set anything, so. But we did that, and I think that's pretty cool. Maddie's digging this school. You know, third time was the charm. He got on the bus this morning, he came home, and it's just, he's liking it. He's got his laptop that he can use. He brings it home every night. All his other stuff, notebooks and everything, he leaves in his locker. They gave him a locker. So that's pretty cool. I like that. But you know, we're getting stuff done. I got payday coming up. I've been watching the papers. We're going to have to get a jacket because it was funny this morning. I'll put a picture in there. Most of the kids were wearing t-shirts and all that, and Maddie went outside and he came running back. He had to get his jacket. He was cold. He even had his hood on because he was, you know, he was cold. So it's going to be a little bit of a slow move. We had 55 last night. It was real cool. So I got the bedclothes all washed so that he could slip under the sheet and the quilt, and that'll keep him from getting too cold. It's not really bugging me too much, but we went out and we were playing with the football, and he didn't play too long. He just played a little bit because he's too cold for him. So that's okay, and it's chilly. I think the high today was about 70, and it's slowly going to get cooler and cooler. I'm going to go out. We found a Carhartt jacket at this Fin, Feather, and Fur show, and that was for his size. They're like $69. For mine, it was like 100 and something. If I get one, I'll wait. I got some woolly pulleys and might just get a windbreaker for now. But if we get a cold winter, I'll go up and buy a jacket. I'm waiting to see if there's a coupon. I joined onto their site, and you know, they send you offers and all this stuff. And I did put on there I wanted Carhartt, and he out of all the jackets they had, he picked it. And I always loved the Carhartts. They last. You know, they're just tough. They're a damn tough jacket. My buddy Tom gave me one years ago, and my boy got it. But what a jacket. I mean, they're really tough. They're even good to wear for a motorcycle jacket. You know, if you take a dump it's as good as leather if you ask me. So, but we start getting the cold weather. I'm going to get some things done to the bike here. One of the things I have to do right away is get the pedals, because both of us, our feet slip off. I got a seat coming. I only ordered one to see if it's any good, but if it's good, then I'm going to go ahead and get another one. But I'm going to do a few things over the winter. I think I'm going to put an Alfina hub on the back and get rid of a lot of this, the derailleur. The derailleur was working really good when I got it. Well, now it's a little bit wonky, and I'll get that fixed. This thing here, this keeper for the chain, it's not spring loaded. That's the first one I seen that was solid, so that needs a spring loaded one. But that's all stuff. There's a bike shop right up the road. We're still working on a car. I got a really good lead on a car here, and it's just it's a good deal. So hopefully that works out. I did check on garages here, and they gave me the price for a single or the double, and I said I want a double because I'd like to take all the tools and put them in there. And we got our storage room. We found where our storage room was. We loaded up a bunch of stuff and put it in there. We're still waiting on the furniture. That got held up until October. Their escrow for the motel went a little longer than they want. You know, they're wanting their money too, but it just seems to be getting held up. So, but that's good. That'll give me a little bit of time to have plenty of money for it. I did check out one storage place, and that was 2 men in a truck, and they gave me a price, and they said that's pretty much going to be it. And if you're on the first floor, we know the building. If you're on the first floor, it's probably going to be less because there's no elevators to deal with. So this is probably the maximum price you'll get. Well, then one of these people in here said, it was a guy, he was actually working, bringing stuff in up to the 8th floor, new stuff. The people even bought a new fridge and a new stove. They didn't want the one here. So they were bringing in all kinds of stuff. And he said, we can get you a real good deal. Here's my card. So I called him. Well, when I called the girl, I said, she gave me this price, and I said, oh, that's great. I'm not sure when the move's going to be. Well, if you don't, if you don't give us $100 and schedule it now, the price is going to go up. So I was like, hey, something? Screw you. Well, then they started sending me texts and emails from that guy Mark that gave me the card. It's got Mark right on there, and so they called me. And I said, I don't want to deal with you guys. And the dude's like, well, why? I said, this stupid broad on there got in there and said, if I don't make the deal now and give you $100, they're going to raise the price on me. And I didn't like it. I was not digging that at all. That's not the way you do business. At least that's not the way I'm going to do business. And he said, you remember her name? I said, yeah, I wrote it down on my pad. Her name was Melissa. He says, oh, okay. He says, it's not going to happen that way. He goes, I don't know why she's doing that. We do take deposits to schedule a window for you to make sure we're going to be there. And then if you're not there, we just keep your deposit. He said, but that's not something, if you're inquiring on prices, she should have done. So he says she's either going to get some training or she's going to be out the door. So that was cool. But either way, I'll get that moved whenever it's ready. And we're just, we're stroking. We're trying to do the best we can do here. Maddie's doing fantastic. I got a really nice lamp from the garbage. Somebody threw it out, bulbs and everything. So I brought it in, I cleaned it all up. I got that working. I've had it for a little bit. And we got a nice coat rack for Maddie. When he comes in the door, he throws his coat up. I don't want him throwing it on the counter and all over. It's a place to go. He's got his hat there. He didn't put his shoes where they were supposed to go, but he's getting the hang of things. He's being just a fantastic kid. He's in the room on the computer now. All his homework comes on this Chromebook. It's like an 11-inch Chromebook, it's called. And that's where all his homework, his schoolwork, everything gets done. We still have to pick him up some headphones. And you can use the 3.5 jack or the HDMI. It doesn't matter. Both of them will work. So I had some here, but they're too big for his head. So we can't use those. So I'm going to go ahead and payday. I'm going to run up and get him a set. They said it's okay. I said, look, I don't have the money to go get it right now. And the lady even said, hey, there's an Office Depot up here that's got good ones, and just tell them the name of the school, and they'll give you the ones that we prefer. And I said, oh, how much are those? She said, they're like $5.99. And I'm like, okay, good. We'll have a nice headset, and we'll get him rolling on that. We got pretty much all the school supplies they asked for. And they checked it out. He's got it in his locker. They said, yeah, that's fine for now. They wanted you to get 25 pencils, supposedly for the whole school year. And I said, no, my son's not going to go through 25 pencils in a year. So I bought a 6-pack, and I gave him 2. And I got him his sharpener, got him a cool little sharpener he liked. I let him pick it. I'm liking to let him pick stuff. We're going to go down on payday to this Finn Fur and Feather. They have Oshkosh B'gosh and different brands and stuff. And I'm going to let him pick his clothes out. And I'm not going to do like in the Philippines and get him stuff that's 6 sizes too big. He's only got 2 pair of shoes. I want to get him at least 2 pair of boots and 1 pair of good shoes. And maybe even some galoshes or something. They actually have them down there, the old metal strap galoshes you can adjust. I'll get that for him. And we saw the shirts. I got a budget of like $150, and from what I can see from the sale paper, for $150 I can get him the jacket, which is going to be the most expensive, couple pair of pants, and maybe 4 shirts. And he's got t-shirts. We had a little problem with the dryer. Somebody took the clothes from this lady early this morning when I threw the washer in, and I guess somebody got mad and they swiped the inside of it with some kind of black grease. I didn't see it. I threw my clothes in there, and I'm glad it wasn't Maddie's clothes. It was mostly mine. He had 2 shirts in there, but they were just play shirts. And it ruined them. It ruined everything. I had to basically took pictures of it and then threw them out. I got a couple I'm going to cut up and use for rags, but it's like a tar. I hate when people do that. I wish they'd let us get a little machine in here, and then I would just do my washing here every day with a smaller machine, one of them stackable washers and dryers, something like that. But people are they can be real jerks. That's all there is to it. And that was a bummer because, we need the clothes. Well, it's got one good point. He's got a little bit more room in his dresser, and I got a lot more in mine because it was my clothes that got trashed. Underwear, because I threw it in with the whites, and it was underwear and socks. And it wasn't like a grease, it was a tar. So when I pulled it out of the dryer and I brought it up, I saw the shirt, and what the hell is this? And I dumped it out, and it was already hardening on the socks and stuff. So basically the whole thing went in the garbage. I want to get them to look at the cameras and find out who the hell did that. That was really, really crappy for us. We can't afford this. But like I say, that's the way it goes. I don't mean to cry the blues or anything, but people can be dorks. I hope they get my faucet fixed here pretty soon. I think it's this diverter right here. I don't think it goes all the way to hot. It probably goes halfway, because the only thing I can get out of here now is warm water. And if you go in the bathroom and turn the tub on, it's so hot you can't put your hand under it. So I have to go in there and fill my dishwashing thing up with with hot water. I like to rinse them in hot water, but that's just not going to happen right now. They're waiting for the faucet to come in, and the guy named Gilbert here. Everybody here, you know, that's one thing about being in this apartment. Super nice people. I can't believe they're bending over backwards to get stuff taken care of. They're all friendly, just nice people, and I'm glad we got in here. It's a good neighborhood, and we got the bike trail right here, and Maddie wants to ride the bike, and I says, well, if the weather's not too bad, not rainy, and it shows that it's going to be clear this weekend, I think we're going to take a big ride up the bike trail and head all the way up to the big mall and do some walking around. I have to get a lock yet, but I did get a lot of stuff out of here. I mean, they gave me a storage locker. It's big. It's probably, I'd say it's 4.5, 5 feet wide, and it goes to the ceiling, and I put all the boxes and bull crap and all that stuff.
Victoria now?
Yeah, if you want. Oh. Call Victoria. Yeah, he wants to talk to his sis again. But that emptied the closets and all that, and I'll have to buy a lock for that. You know, I had put locks in my suitcases that I had. They just sort of came out of the suitcase. I don't know how that happened, but that's what happened to them. So I'll just, you know, the locks are cheap. I saw a 3-pack of master locks, you know, just this size one. I need to get a cable for the bike so that we can park the bike when we go anywhere and not worry about somebody stealing it. And just a cable. The bike shop had a whole bunch of them, and they weren't too expensive. Yeah. So that's the way we're going to do it. And everything else is going pretty good. I know my daughter's out there. Her and her husband are out house hunting, and she found one. Hey, handsome. Hold on, I got to put the code in for him. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
How's school?
Good.
You like it, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Guys, that's one thing I got to say. It is really, the school was built in 2011, and it's immaculate. It's just absolutely beautiful. The people are nice down there. And we got a meeting. I have to go to a meeting here coming up, and we're going to go. You know, rain or shine, we're going to go. And I want to get to that meeting. If it rains too hard, we'll just take the umbrella and walk. There's the store up here has a smaller umbrella for Maddie, $2. You know, and I actually opened one up and looked at it, and it's not a real crappy one. It actually is kind of a nice one. So we're going to pick him that up. But like I say, my daughter, they looked at the first house, and then she has to pay for the inspection and hit call back. All right, there you go. Okay, well, she's not taking calls right now. Don't worry about it. Go put the phone back where you got it. You got me off track. You got me off the track right now, what I was thinking. I get on here, and he's been being real close to me. You know, he hangs around good. I know the first day we went up to school, they figured he was going to be a shy boy, and I said, no, it's just because I'm here. I said, when he comes to school, he's going to be just fine. And when I went in there the other day, they said, yeah, you were right. You know your kid, because he was absolutely fine. He went in, he was very outgoing and having a blast. So, but I was talking about my daughter. The first house, she actually sent me the where they go in and check it out. They hired a company for a certain amount, and I told her, boy, you ought to pass on that lemon. $100,000 for it's not a fixer-upper. It's going to cost her probably $100,000 to fix it, to get it up to spec. So, if not more, you know, with all the government regulations they got. So she's house hunting now. They got to get out of where they're at. So she's kind of in a pinch, and then school started, and then she's got back to work because she works at the school. So she's having a little bit of a rough time. Maddie wants to call her all the time. I said, yeah, she's 8 o'clock. She's probably in bed. So early to bed, early to rise. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go, just filling you in on what's going on. and our nice tasty stuff that's cooking. Got that in the ghee. Got the fries in the ghee, and we're going to make some more here. I'm going to buy 5 more pounds of butter and get the ghee going here pretty quick. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and let's see if my little buddy can do the honors. Maddie! Want to do the honors?
For sure.
Ah! My boy. All right, you guys, don't forget to pray for each other, and we'll talk to you again.